Okay guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna learn the shoulder glide. Now this is actually quite an easy move, but obviously you need a shoulder freeze to do this. So before you continue, learn a shoulder freeze if you can't do it yet. I think this is one of the easiest freezes. You can also learn it from me. I did some tutorials on it, but you can also learn it from someone else. But before you do, this arm right here needs to lock in place. Often people overlook this. They have good moves and then they struggle with a simple shoulder freeze because their arm is next to their body like this and sort of struggle with the balance and fall off. If your arm is up like this, you have way better control, and the reason why is because you can actually lay on top of this arm. Even if you lift it, you're on the right position, guys. So learn a good shoulder freeze, prerequisite, makes sense. Now I did a tutorial about flare to shoulder glide, and that's actually sort of the same move, but today we're going to learn how to jump into it from our feet, and that gives us a lot more power, and obviously we can glide a lot longer than coming from our hands. So let's learn that. So the trick is in the push off of your legs. I'll show it from the side so you can clearly see what I do. I dip low with my body and I push off. See that? Now this lower leg pushes, right? So I have power. Now on a good floor, this is quite a shitty floor, but on a good floor, man, you can glide over the whole room if you want, if you push hard enough and take the correct position. Now when you do this little push to your shoulder glide, one thing you have to keep in mind is that this top leg for me, it can't dangle behind you unless you have a reason for it, because obviously there are reasons to do it. But if you do, what will happen is I will enter my little shoulder glide, but my top leg will stay on that direction. What will happen is this, boom. See, the leg falls back. The weight of my legs makes me fall back to my side. So to keep in balance, the top leg stays on top of you, like this, right? So this leg is on top, the other leg can dangle behind of anywhere you want, but because of this leg you won't all of a sudden fall back and lose control and be quite lame, right? Obviously sometimes there's reasons for it, that's a little bit up to you what you do with them, but if you want to keep in control, go to the shoulder freeze and do whatever from after, then that's the way, guys. So that is actually the whole move. What you have to learn is a little bit from the explosive push if you want to glide far, because if you don't do that, obviously you won't glide very far. But if you give a hard push with your legs, you can practice this slowly, you will glide quite a bit. Then how to continue these moves, basically you're actually in a windmill position, so basically any windmill position you can go. If you pull with this top hand here, you will bring your body into a spin. If you swing this bottom leg like a windmill, you go to the windmill. So gliding into a shoulder freeze, swing to a windmill, right? And from any combo you can do from windmill, you can add here. Obviously that's not the only solution, just saying. If you stay in your shoulder, by the way, and you pull, you know, you go into shoulder spin. So also cool, boom, you stay, you spin there. You know, whatever you can do, shoulder halo, blah blah. And then finally, if you want to go to back or whatever, or to higher moves, I did a tutorial about shoulder freeze to handstand. That's obviously a great way to go to moves like 90 air flare or a crazy freeze. And finally, I also did a move about rollback air chair or rollback side freeze, same thing. Basically all your rollback moves. When I glide like this, I end up in the shoulder position. Now if I place my hand and glide back, boom, see, I end up in a freeze position. Obviously you don't want to use the other hand, but you get the idea. You just pop into a freeze and continue from there. All is up to you, so it's not about how to use this move, that's the idea that you find it, but it's quite an explosive way to enter the circle, guys. Start using it, you'll be nice and explosive, and I'll see you next time.